Alright, it's time for another tutorial. This time it's going to be double inverting. So basically there's this tech that pretty much me and like a couple of other people have used that lets you write on two sides of the board. So if you invert the board, you'll go like this. You'll only write on the blue part. I'm sure everyone knows this by now, but you only write on the blue part and it kind of looks ugly when you write on it. So, you know, it's not really a thing you really want in levels, but some levels have it to where, like, you'll be writing on a board, and you'll use both sides of the board. So, like, even though you don't want to write on the other side, you'll end up writing on it anyways. So, like, just using this as an example. You'll end up hitting that little board right there, and sometimes that's not desired. I know this is kind of a bad example, but like sometimes you'll write on two sides of a circle, or you know, whatever, and you want to double invert it. And so double invert it will basically make it so that you write on both sides of the board. So just general example, you just want to do it right along the edge of the texture and then invert. That way we're writing on both sides. It's really easy to do with the flat lines, but like when you're using a circle, it's not so easy. So just use this as an example. Alright, actually no. Generally when I make a circle, I use a straight line. I call it like a reference board. So I have a measurement of the diameter, and I'm actually going to use that to my advantage. So when you're making a circle, you're actually going to have to move the bike, because there's this glitch with the editor that lets you not snap to the edges. So like when I move the bike over here, it's going to show these little green dots, but if you move the bike over it, it's actually like a little hitbox, like a square under the bike. It won't snap. So I'm actually going to use this to my advantage, because you can still make the boards, you just don't snap. That prevents you from snapping to the edge of the circle. Anyways, so you're going to click this, make a reference board on the outside, and sometimes, you know, if you don't want to snap to the other side, you can move it out of the way. And you don't have to do this, you can just skip straight to the circle if you don't like making reference boards, but I like it. So just click here, select invert. Now what you'll end up with is a circle that you can write on the outside and write on the inside without having to overlap the textures with the wheels. It's not that hard. Alright, so in case someone might need help with this kind of weird scenario, but let's say your board's like this and you want to write the outside of it. Probably another bad example, but you don't have a reference board to use. So you just figure, move the bike, use a circle, and like put your best guess. But no, you don't actually have to do that. You can use the editor to make little half reference boards. So you can use this, snap here, and then use this, and then you can make your reference board just by doubling that. So it should be like 10 lines over or 10 edges over right here, so it makes a 90-degree angle, and then you can just snap it together, and then you can make two. and then you'll notice if we put it together we get the same exact circle. And then you can do the same step I said earlier and do it like this. And we're actually going to need to reference here so we can see the outside of the texture, what it would look like over there. There we go. There's that. I think it was slightly off. Yeah, it was slightly off. And you can slightly adjust it if you need to, if you want to, or you can just keep trying until you get it right. Usually what I do anyways. There you go. And I really made that circle weird. Hold on. Yep. So yeah. That's how you double invert, and I've used it in multiple levels. If I had a code copied, I could just paste it and show you what I mean, but that'll be it.